Actually up at 6 o'clock this morning. I already had gone to the restaurant and collected all these are the totes, because I'm going to crush them down and put them in a plastic bag. But this is called a settling mode. So no matter what the oil looks like, it could have garbage in it, could have water, it doesn't matter.
Right.
You let it settle for a minimum of a couple months. This stuff I'll use next year, so I'll let it set for a long time.
Right.
And what happens is when it settles, do you see on this one, can you see the separation?
On the bottom it gets
That's
dark,
right.
probably.
All the moisture,
Yeah.
water,
Yeah.
and junk settle. You see
To
that
the
right
bottom,
there?
yeah, I do see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lighter.
Even every one of them is going to have that. I mean, if you could clean this up, I don't know where it is,
okay.
but
you'd see it like that
that's
over
right.
there. Yeah.
So when
Look to the left.
I see it.
There.
I see it.
It's really good. Oh yeah, right there you can see it good.
this one too.
Yeah.
Look at this one.
Oh yeah.
You see that settling line?
Yep.
Right there.
So all the junk settles out, but not all of it. Right. I mean, the majority of it settles out. There's still fine particulate in the oil, and that I use a centrifuge for. Right. So if you want to shut that off now, we'll take a walk, and then you can... 75. Geez, it says somewhere on it how big they are. But this one, I don't even know what this one is. Oh, what's it say over here, Rick? It says 1,200. That's liters. What is 1,200 liters? Can you ask your telephone? 1,200 liters. What would 1,200 liters be? I used to have a little thing on the end of a cup that I could go right in, but I'll do it this way. Okay, this has got moisture on it. But...
Okay, so this is settled for what, a year?
No, this is settled for. This one I started doing them here this year, and I was like, I don't like it here. I want to put them way out of the way,
yeah.
Because I like to plow over the cliff.
top,
Yeah. So I changed what I was doing, but this has been since the beginning of summer. But if you can see, do you see how clean that oil is?
Oh, yeah.
You see what I mean? It looks like honey.
Yeah, it does.
Yes. And so that's your first settling phase. I used to have all the settling over there, but I can't. I take the tractor and I'll lift up the tote.
Right.
Because it's been settling for long. Actually, let me back up. I'll pump off. See that clean tote right there has nothing in it?
Right.
I will pump off the top, just the top. I won't go down to the bottom. Into that, which is clean, and so I can put it into the stationary one.
Right.
The stationary one then goes into a centrifuge, and it gets spun and goes into the one on the bottom down below, which is in the basement.
Right.
Hooks up to this.
Right.
It cleans it, spinning really fast,
Yeah.
and then it has a hose that comes out. It heats it and spins it, and then it comes out and goes right here. When this fills up, I then pump it into the basement.
Yep. Into your regular tank.
Yes.
Yep.
Right here, this is a centrifuge. Now, that hose I showed you goes
Yeah,
right
it
to
hooks
here.
onto it.
And it gravity feeds,
Yep.
okay?
Yep.
And it gets, I actually use 2 heaters. That's a heater I made right there. So the hose will actually go into that heater first, okay? And then it goes into this one, the bottom of that tank. So the hose will go on the top here.
Over there. Cam.
Yeah, I know.
And then the bottom, it will slowly come out and go to the
The centrifuge.
And
Okay.
so there's 2 heating elements.
You have to heat it up
That's
first.
nothing more than a big heating element.
And then it goes through this.
Yes. So
And then
again,
it goes
I like
into-
to have it around 180 to 200 degrees.
Right.
That way, if there is a residual moisture, it'll just come off as vapor
Yeah.
as it goes in. I'll pop this open for you just so you can get a
And
peek.
that's the filter or whatever, basically.
This is a
Yeah.
centrifuge.
Centrifuge, yeah.
Centrifuge.
But you have to clean that out every night.
Yes. Yeah, of course. Yep. It's stuck.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. See the rotor?
Yep.
This drips into this cone and it shoots out the corners here. And as it fills up, it's spinning at 6,000 RPM. Okay? And it just comes off the top and hits the side and goes down. It cleans the oil to about half a micron, which is phenomenal.
Oh, that's amazing.
Because regular number 2 fuel oil used goes through a filter of 10 micron,
Wow.
which is a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Half a
So it's
micron is
cleaner
super,
then.
super, super fine.
So that's pretty
And I
clean.
don't even need to clean it that clean, but that is what it's capable of, just running normally.
Yep.
Over here, Over here we have just empty containers that get filled, right? Like behind you, see that one right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This, I have 2 tanks over here. Both these tanks, that one is number 2 oil. You can hear the furnace running right now.
Black.
That one's
Right.
number 2 oil. I have the pump and stuff for my tractor,
Yep.
you know, because it runs on number 2. And this one is waste vegetable oil. And this one's full
Yep.
of waste vegetable oil. All these tanks do is fill this one.
Yep.
Now over here, I have a Badaris boiler. The Badaris boiler has a very long combustion chamber.
Right.
And because it has a long combustion chamber, I'm able to have a modified pump that does waste vegetable oil. And again, so I have 2 systems here. All I have to do is take a couple bolts out and slide this burner in and take that off and just unplug it and plug in this one,
Yeah.
and I've switched over. I don't run it in the summertime because you know it's so little. The waste vegetable oil burns. It burns best when it burns for a long time.
Yeah.
If I'm just kicking it on just to heat hot water, it's just not enough.
Yeah.
And so I
It
just
congeals.
yeah. It's not so much on the very tip. Yes, you know.
Okay.
So I just use it for heating in the winter time. Of course, it heats hot water too at the same time, but that's basically it. I mean,
Wow. Nice. Yeah. Nice setup.
Wow.
now you want to see something even cooler?
Sure.
Go ahead.